let us go back live. But yeah, we could definitely got some haters out here. But they gonna be mad as hell because this shit finna happen. What was
Uh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go. So we back live now. I'm pretty sure. Okay, we back live now. We got cut. That was pretty weird. But yeah, we got D Red in the house. Those of you who don't know D Red is an OG in here. So he know all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? He know all these dudes. He know all the Aboriginals. He know the whole crew. You know what I'm saying? And he another one of those dudes that he ain't biased. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. You full of shit, you full of shit. It don't matter what side of the Bible you fall on or what side of the planet you fall on. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of see myself as one of those dudes too, and so yeah, and I'm pretty sure he caught some of the contradictions. I don't know if he got on them before, but
hmm Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, just stuff like I said, trying to be. But see what they trying to do now in some Kemetic theology, because you got different schools of theology in the whole chemistry. You got stuff like Memphite theology, Heliopolis theology. You got different schools of theology where one school, Ptah will be the creator God. The next one, Geb, will spit forth creation. You see what I'm saying? So you got
hmm
different schools of thought with different creation stories and things of that nature. So they'll take a school of thought where it says the great baboon is our ancestor. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
But then they'll tell you it's not to be taken literal.
right,
That's just a metaphor. So it's like, which one is it? Are you taking these schools of thought literal?
right. So why even
So,
say it? Why even say
so
it if it
I,
don't mean shit?
exactly. So, but you'll see when Ptah is creating, they'll say don't take that literal. But then they'll take I forgot which school of thought it talks about the baboon as the great ancestor, but you're supposed to take that literal. So, and they don't even mean great ancestor like we came from baboons. They don't mean it like that. They don't even mean it like that. But and that's a whole nother argument. They don't actually mean we came from them. You know what I'm saying?
hmm So
They
those
they
who
look at it like well, God created us all, and the baboon is closest to humans. You know, everybody know that monkeys are closer, apes are the great apes are closer to humans than any other animal. They understood that.
right, and then rats is
So God
second.
created us all. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? And that's our answer. You see what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
It don't mean that they don't try to evolve from them.
right, right.
So
Yeah, and
I
rats
mean,
are
they take that
second.
whole concept away.
That's one of the parts that they really don't explain. Rats are
Mm-hmm.
second. So out of
So,
all the
so what does that mean?
huh? Right. So what does that mean? Out of all the animals in the world, rats come in second at like 82%, 92% RDNA.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
if we came from a baboon, then a rat has to be like if they
What does
second,
that mean?
they skipped a whole lot of shit. I mean, damn, we couldn't get a kangaroo or koala bear some shit. A rat, bro. So something ain't yeah something making sense and something no the story ain't getting all the way
I
told,
mean,
just put it like that.
man, but they don't make no sense. That's the point. They don't.
But they got a way of making it make sense.
Because they don't make no sense.
Yeah, that shit don't, but they got a way of making it make
I
sense.
mean, Todd, them guys don't even know between a scientific fact and a theory.
I don't yeah, that's new to me.
What you gotta understand when it comes to these cats that's against God, when, can you hear me?
Yeah, you cutting in and out though, but I'm
Can
making
you
it
hear
out.
me? Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. You was cutting in and out for a second, but I hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but what it is them cats don't want, and it's for years. What it just go down to is them rules. You see what I'm saying? When it all comes, that's really what all it comes down to. Now they'll tell you you got to foot the laws of my eye. The laws of my eye are said when you dead, nigga.
Hold,
Them
hold
ain't
on,
laws.
hold on. The laws of my eye.
That's
So
what they say.
so that's
They'll say that they have the laws of my eye, but the my eye ain't not actual laws because the pharaoh never keeps them. They're just some declarations that you say when you dead. They're not actual laws. You don't find a law, an
hold on, bro.
actual law.
Hold on. You
Hmm?
going way too deep for me. You going way too deep. First off, who is a law? I mean, Ma'at.
My eye,
I mean,
my.
hold on. I
Hmm.
heard it before, and
Hmm.
I ain't never, nobody never really went in deep. I heard the name before, and I have
Hmm.
like some little reference points, but I nobody never really like broke that down. Like what it, I mean, to me that I seen. I'm sorry, not out there, but I never really seen nobody break that. What exactly is that?
My eye, my eye was one of the deities. You see what I'm saying? That was first mentioned in the pyramid of Unis, and she became the morphed into the god of balance and justice. You know what I'm saying? So the scales of my eye would be,
I heard
you
that.
know, your heart would be have to be light as a feather.
Yeah, yeah, I heard of that too. Yeah, yeah, I heard
So
it. Yeah.
so
Now, see, the
mhm.
thing is that we not saying there's anything against it, and we not saying that it's not true or whatever. But what we are saying is that you are a spiritual person. You're believing in spirituality. You have spiritual names. You guys are believing in these gods and shit. And then y'all going around attacking everybody else's God. And then at the same time, you're saying there's no God and you're an atheist. It's like you're confused while being confused. If you understand what I'm saying.
That's exactly it. The reality is that's why I keep saying it's just a simple thing where they don't want any rules. See, if there's no God, there's no rule. You understand what I'm
Uh
saying?
huh. Right.
Because even the Nasuts or the pharaohs ruled, but that they expressed because they felt like there was an extension of their creator. Whatever school of thought that pharaoh came from, he was an extension of those gods. You see what I'm saying? So you can't get around the spiritual aspect of Kemet. Kemet was very spooky. I mean, you
Right.
can go read the
Yup.
book. You can
Yup.
go read the
Yup.
book, the
Yup.
ancient Egyptian magical text. You can
Yup.
go read the ancient Egyptian magical text. They had prayers that they would say for demon semen because they felt like some people had demon semen. You see what I'm saying?
What?
They fucking yeah, man. Like if you read this shit, you know what I'm saying, and study it's called heck up magic, and read some of the spells that them do. You can read the coffin text and some of the spells that they would be casting on people and shit. Them motherfuckers was hella spooky.
So
You know what I'm
so
saying? And like
yeah.
that, and that's why you won't never see these fake Kemet niggas debating no white Egyptologists because all the shit that they propagate in the so-called black conscious community, they would laugh them niggas out of academia. Them
You
niggas talk
said,
about academia and all of that shit. They would laugh them niggas out of it, man.
oh man, wow, wow. And so yeah, so I know you've been watching this shit go on for a minute. So I can just see like man, you still here though. You ain't gave up though. You ain't
Nah,
gave up. But
I just don't deal with it like I used to. I don't get caught up in the scholarship arguments no more. But I can say I respect every group for the most part, except the Egyptian niggas. You know, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the Israelites don't have no problem debating no white Ashkenazi fake so-called Jew. The Aboriginals don't have no problem debating no fake Mongoloid. You see what I'm saying? Every
right.
other group don't have no problem debating their white counterparts, except the East niggas.
Oh right, right.
You got a white woman right now, Tamara Saidu, claiming to be the 96th pharaoh of Egypt, and these motherfuckers ain't said shit to this white bitch. You had fucking white dude we was kings dissing these niggas and calling these niggas out for years. You see what I'm saying? To the point where
Hell,
me and psychopathia. Now this is sad. Me and psychopathia. He's an atheist, right?
Yeah.
We was in the fucking back chat debating this nigga for them.
What?
Now, I don't even subscribe to Kemet. Psychopathians don't subscribe to Kemet, but we was defending these motherfucking niggas to this motherfucking white dude on his stream, and this because them motherfuckers was too chicken shit to stand up for their own shit. Them niggas are scared of white
Wow.
folks. Like when it come down
Wow.
to it, the Amara squad, all of Doctor, all the motherfuckers are scared of white folks.
Wow.
That whole all them over there is they're scared to death of white folks because they know that their brand of Egyptology put past that in Africa.
Hold
They
on,
can
you
get up
cutting in and out. You cutting in
and
and
them
out.
niggas say something.
Yeah, you cutting it out. He said they brand. He said they brand of Egyptology. So they carved out their own little
Yeah,
brand. That's another religion. So they carved out their little sector and blended in with some activism and some atheism and some natural selection and random mutation and they got our people out there getting tattoos and shit.
yeah. And making niggas think that it was about aspects of nature. They don't even understand the difference between a god controlling nature or in control of an aspect of nature and being actual aspect of nature. You know, like you see what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
would pray to certain deities for like I'm just making up something for like rain, right?
Right.
Because that deity was the controller of rain.
Right.
You see what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
So they were. That's why they would pray to a certain deity for rain, because that deity was supposedly control rain, not because the deity was rain. You see what I'm saying? It don't even
Right.
make
Right.
sense.
Right. I see what you're saying.
So,
Right.
but these niggas don't even have basic common sense. That's why, like I said, they would never sit across from no white Egyptologists and talk the stupid shit that they be talking, because when it comes down to it, to come down, white Egyptology laughs at these niggas. You know what I'm saying? With that Negro Egyptomania shit. That's what it's called.
Hold up. I gotta get that up one more time. Hold up. Negro Egyptomania.
Yeah, Egyptomania. Basically, you know what I'm saying? White folks look at it like Egypt wasn't even part of Africa, nigga. To white folk, I mean, now I don't particularly agree with that, but at this particular point, because these niggas refuse it, these niggas are so scared of white folks that they won't even debate one, then it's like obviously the white folks got something on you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are scared that they gonna bust your ass with. Like that whole Egypt ain't have homosexuality until the white man brought it in. Egypt was not. That is a fucking lie. You know what I'm saying? The Israelites, we've been banging on that shit for years.
He said
You
he
know what I'm
get in
saying?
jail.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The fact that you notice you don't never hear them motherfucking niggas talk about Zep Tepi. You see what I'm saying? You
What's
know what I'm
that?
saying? And the primordial soup. You know what I'm saying? When it basically was it's one of the schools of thought that I was telling you about. And it's the creation story. You said it's called Zep Tepi, the beginning.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's spooky as fuck.
He said it's
So when a motherfucker be talking about the Bible is spooky, you believe in a spook god, nigga. That Zep Tepi spooky as fuck.
fuck.
And that's why I told you, go read the ancient. It's a book called the Ancient
Ooh,
Egyptian Magic
shit.
Text. It's like 9 volumes. Go
Man,
read the shit, and you'll
look.
see them niggas was spooky as fuck.
I'm telling y'all. Look, let me get the disclaimer.
You know
Look,
what I'm saying?
look, if y'all want to believe in it in whatever, you know what I'm saying, that's cool. But understand, believe in it and teach it. You see what I'm saying? Don't be believing in two, three different things, hiding some shit underneath, you know what I'm saying, coming out claiming you're Egyptian with an Egyptian title, but you kill gods and shit like that. Like all that shit is contradictory. That's what we're
Yeah,
trying to say. But
that's
but
it.
right, all that shit is contradictory. But the thing is that, D Red been in the community for a long time, so you already know he got frustrations with everybody. D Red got frustrations. He cussed everybody out, Aboriginals, whatever. So you are
Hebrews,
Hebrew. He right. He cussed all their ass out.
and,
And
and
I'm
I'm a Hebrew. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So it's a situation where, and this is where I think a lot of groups go wrong, because what ends up happening is just because I'm an Israelite don't mean I'm a side with every goddamn Israelite.
right. You
You
full
know,
of
you see
shit.
what
You
I'm
full of
saying?
shit. It
Yeah,
goes.
you see
It's
what I'm
a
saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
And we got to do better when it come to that. When it comes to that type of shit, as a community, we got to do better, and we willing to call each other out. Because if you don't,
You
if you
guilty.
don't, then what ends up happening is this is how you get washed when you debate your white counterpart. Because if I don't force Hebrews to tighten up with their scholarship, guess what happened? When we debate a white fake Ashkenazi Jew, we gonna get washed. Cause
Yep.
guess what? We not really ready because we just co-signed everything a motherfucker say. Damn, that's true. Yep, that's true. But we don't do that. So when it's time for debate, I'm gonna give you an example. We in this Israelite group on Facebook. This well, it ain't an Israelite group. It was formed by some non-Israelites. It's just a Facebook group. So anyway, these niggas was trying to debate these Israelites who didn't really know who they were young and shit. And they were trying to get me to do it. I was like, nigga, I'm not finna debate you niggas because I know you niggas don't know what the fuck you niggas talking about. So I'm not finna debate you niggas. You know what I'm saying? I said, but what I will do, I'll add some of my killers to this group, and if they want to debate you niggas, then go ahead. But you niggas not gonna want to deal with them niggas scholastically. Long story short, these niggas ask for these niggas call these niggas out for my Israelite brothers out to debate. Guess what happened? When niggas start realizing that these niggas got the information that these niggas want, them niggas start canceling them goddamn debates. They don't want to debate them niggas. So my point is, why are them brothers so short? So James Cassell and Jashub, he got the Genesis 49ers channel. Why are these brothers so short? Because we don't agree with each other. So it'll be me and James Cassell, we'll be arguing back and forth. We always arguing with each other about points, and we make each other prove your point. You can't just say some shit and the motherfucker can't say, and the motherfucker ask you where you get that from. If you can't post a source, that shit is disregarded, nigga. Like nigga, you just talking. Next, you see what
Yep.
I'm saying? We
Mm.
make each other better to the point where heretics and all these other people who don't subscribe to what we subscribe in end up still respecting us scholastically. You see what I'm saying? Because they know them niggas gonna have a source for that shit. Them niggas not gonna say that shit and can't prove that shit. And I don't mean just saying it, prove it. I'm talking about they ain't got at least three sources because the Bible tell you out of mouth for two or three witnesses. So a motherfucker gonna have to use three sources to prove every point he make, at least three. You see what
Damn.
I'm saying? This is
Yep.
scholastic, and so this is what I'm saying when I say, you know what I'm saying? As a group, I implore every group to hold each other accountable. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Don't just because they're aboriginal, just go with every fucking thing a nigga say. I've listened to that shit happen over here. That's kind of why I fell back from over here. Cause I'm like, I'm trying to tell motherfuckers, look, you niggas need to be ready. Cause when these motherfuckers want to debate your ass, I done been in them motherfucking groups with them fake ass Indians debate them niggas. They ain't
Hmm.
got kicked out of them groups, them Indian groups. I know what they're gonna come with. I know everything that they because you gotta study your opponent. That's part of methodology. That's part of what Dr. Ma'at be talking about a methodology, but she don't got no damn methodology. That's a whole nother story. I watched that presentation she did the other night on Side. That shit was horrible. She debunked one book with one book. And so now you got two books that contradict each other. What did that prove?
Oh shit.
Like
Oh shit.
she debated she
Oh
didn't she
shit.
tried to debunk the pastor's presentation. He only used one source for every point. She only used one source for every point. So it's a book for a book. So now they just cancel each other out because she ain't used
Yep.
three and four sources to prove her point. She only used one source.
Yep. A
I got this book.
probability against a probability. Both of y'all
Yeah,
niggas garbage. Right.
yeah. So it's like, but that's methodology. I'm like, that shit is fucking horrible. Like this is why I don't like what the nigga Jay Z said. I don't believe you. You need more people. It's just I don't. These niggas is horrible. I would never debate no Negroes. I'm at the point now. I don't want to debate Negroes no more. I would.
Horrible.
I don't even want to. I don't even want to go back and forth with Negroes no more. The Negroes. The dude was trying to debate James Cassell. The dude named Kyle or whatever his name is. He was trying to debate James Cassell on Abraham or some stupid shit. Now, not understanding.
Some stupid
You
shit.
know what I'm saying? And James and not
D
understanding it,
Ray, you can't say that, bro. You're Israelite. You can't say
but
that.
it's stupid
I feel
because
you. I feel
James already pretty much told the dude, I can't prove that he actually existed, But I can tell you that everything that the Bible describes around the circumstances that was surrounding Abraham existed. So that leads to the probability that he had to probably exist. Because how did the people according to Kael, they didn't write the Bible to the Greek time. So if they didn't write the Bible to the Greek time, how did these people get all the circumstances around this nigga right, but couldn't get the name right? That don't even make sense. That's stupid. They got the whole backdrop right, but somehow they didn't know the name.
They fucked up the name. Hell nah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
shit's
dumb.
stupid.
That's a dumb
And
idea.
so James was breaking down the Mari tablets. He even broke down the Amrite imperfective name. You see what I'm saying? How Abraham's name was that name was only used in a certain time period. He had everything. And this dude's
Mm.
talking about I can debunk it because I got a book.
They'll.
A book. Now this nigga does get this nigga source after source after source after source. This nigga talking about I got a book.
Oh man, they contradict, and so he
Yeah.
think, man,
So,
they really think these books is I mean, it's obviously it's just like Google. Anything you type in Google, something gonna come up.
yeah.
So no matter what part of life you trying to represent, that's there's a book out there that's gonna be for you, and there's gonna be a bunch of books that are gonna be against you too. So anybody can prove anything, even the dolphin shit. You heard about the dolphin theory? About a dolphin came to
Nah.
Earth and shit. I bet you if you probably could pull some shit up like that if you wanted to.
You probably could. I don't dispute that. I don't dispute that at all. It's getting to the point where, like I said, we don't want rules, but we got rules and Kemetic spirituality. The laws of Ma'at are not rules. And then when you start talking about the West African spirituality, nigga, that's not rules. You see what I'm saying? Those are principles, but those are not rules. The law is totally different than goddamn spiritual motifs and principles. That's not the same shit, nigga. When I talk about rules, they're gonna talk about actual law with actual punishments if you break the law, nigga. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't talking about that
Hold up,
stupid shit.
hold up. Hey, when you say West African spirituality, ain't there's like thousands of spiritualities over there?
Bro, exactly. And I hate when niggas be talking about I'm a con, but you practicing EFA. Shut your stupid ass up. Because that means you ain't did no research on the shit. Because the con practice it's called a comb, AKOM. The con practice a comb. The Yoruba practice EFA. You know what I'm saying? Like every fucking tribe had their own shit, and
Right,
different clans within the tribe
right.
practice different shit.
They make it seem like the whole
So
Africa is
it
over
ain't
there
no
doing that
fucking thing,
shit.
no such thing as African spirituality.
Right, that's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say the other day. I
Yeah,
was kind of tired. It didn't come out right,
no,
but
nigga, them niggas had their own shit.
yeah, yup, they got their own stuff. So
So
that's yeah.
it's fucking
Yeah, so yeah, it's a lot of contradictions, and so it's like, man, like I don't see how this shit survive. Like, what it is about us that we can allow like this stuff? Because obviously there's some spookism, comedic spookism. You know what I'm saying? There's some spooky stuff that goes around. So it goes around to every.
because what it is, Ty, is these motherfuckers that they're able to tap into the disenchanted people with the black church. So you tell people the black church is wrong, Christianity is wrong, and then you tap into the fact that you dealing with a people that don't like rules. Black people don't want no damn rules. You see what I'm saying? We
Mm-hmm,
want to be wild and act stupid. So you play into the wild, act stupid shit. You see what I'm saying? Because
mm-hmm.
that's the reason we telling motherfuckers you can have 10 wives and all this old extra crazy dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got to get married for real, for real. You can just live and shack up with each other. You don't need the white man to tell you, man, all that dumb shit. But the white man can tell your ass to get a driver's license, but he can't tell you to get a marriage license. That's just stupid. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
So
The white man
basically,
can have you registered, getting your car registered, but he can't tell you to get married.
so
You claim
basically,
that you got a goddamn business and your ass file taxes, huh?
I said, so basically, part of their tactic is to destroy everything else, so that way, they look shiny. So put all fires out, make everybody look weird, make everybody else look, spooky, and hide your spooky shit under natural selection and monkey shit, and had your, you know what I'm saying, don't talk about your spooky stuff, and now you look shiny and everybody else look like they're weirdos and they following the white man. Because I hear them talk about that. I used to hear them talk about that a lot when I used to watch about all the Bible is from the white man and blah 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 blah. So everybody else is from the white man and it's the authentic, the authentic African culture. And but in the background they're hiding a spooky shit. So
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Like they tell you to get rid of the Bible because the Bible is spookism. You play it to a sky daddy, but the same niggas did a sacrifice the best. What the fuck you niggas talking about?
huh?
Yeah, he did a sacrifice the best.
What the hold on. First off, now I know what an unk is, cause I know the symbol, but I don't know what the symbol's supposed to do. Is it supposed to be like some magic, or is it supposed to be just like a? I mean, what like what actually is it? Is it? If you understand what I'm saying, I know the symbol. I seen it before. I don't know. Like, is it supposed? You supposed to get power? Is it energy coming out of that?
Man, I don't know
What?
what the nigga did it. I don't know what the nigga did it for. Cause you can do these
No,
you
I'm
can do
talking about just the
sacrifice for
unk.
different reasons. You
I'm
see what I'm
talking
saying?
about
So I don't know what the nigga did.
I'm
Huh?
talking about just the the
You talking
symbol.
about the symbol?
Yeah, what
The
is it?
symbol? It's supposed to just they claim that it represents the male and the female spirit. You see what I'm saying?
A
The
spirit?
duality of spirit. The duality of spirit. Yeah, the duality
So
of the male and
so
female.
so you mean to tell me this motherfucker? So some of these motherfuckers going around came and they kill gods and then they're named after a spirit, bro?
Well, it's not a spirit. It's just named after the male. Some people will say this male and female spirit. That's the most colloquial. That's the
Right.
most accepted
But it comes
explanation.
from a religion.
No, basically, yeah,
It's
it's a
sort of
religious
like the
symbol. It's
cross,
a religion. Yeah, it's a
some shit.
religious symbol.
It's a
It's a
religious
religious
symbol.
symbol.
So
Yeah,
you kill religions and you're named after it. Yeah, that's pretty spooky, bro. That's pretty suicidal sounding. I mean, on some real shit.
yeah. Like I said, the niggas, these niggas is retarded. That's what I can tell you. Like, why would you argue with retarded people? Like I told you before. Like we said with the beginning, these niggas don't. Okay, me and Chief had these niggas on Brother Sanchez's show, and I asked it, and the nigga tried to tell me a theory is a fact, and I literally read it from a scientific journal what a scientific fact is, and it says scientific fact is a scientific fact, nigga, and a theory is not a scientific fact.
They made that
It
shit
said
up.
this. It said this in a This was a scientific journal I was reading. I wasn't reading. I was just reading the scientific journal.
Right.
I even posted the journal in the fucking back chat. It was a scientific journal. It wasn't my opinion. You can download the PDF of the journal. It said what it is. And the nigga still was like, no. And Garfield got right back on his show. Shout out to Garfield, even though he be doing some funny shit. You know what I'm saying? But he got right back on his show the next day and was like, I don't know I can't believe that people still don't know that a theory is a fact. I'm like, nigga, I read it from a journal. I didn't give you my opinion. You see what I'm saying? This is
Yeah.
this is what it is.
Yeah, that's another. You can see you can see the contradiction right there. That's a contradiction. It wouldn't be a theory if it was fact. That's what the hell.
They don't understand, but just because a theory has factual elements does not make it a fact. It's the progression. They don't even understand the science. They talk about scientific method, but they don't even understand scientific progression. Scientific progression in the method is a scientific progression in the methodological steps, meaning it goes from a hypothesis to a working hypothesis, a theory, a law. It progresses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if
Right.
something hasn't even progressed past the theoretical phase, which means it still has holes in it. That means the theory still has to be worked out before it can progress to the law phase.
Right. And
Like we have
that's
the law of gravity, because gravity has been proven. A
and,
theory hasn't been fully proven yet. It hasn't been proven.
right. And there's some things we never gonna know. Like never. Like you're never going to Pluto, bro. If that shit's even real. See what I'm saying? So some stuff
Exactly.
you just
That's how
don't.
come this is how come the evolution will never progress to law or fact. You know
Yeah.
why it will never progress to a law of fact? Because unless your ass is sitting there watching a fucking amoeba change to a goddamn tadpole. Guess what, motherfucker? It can't be proven because you can't see. You didn't see it happen because you have got to put it in a lab and observe it. That would be a closed system, or you'd have to observe it in nature. You have not seen some shit evolve to some other shit. You have not seen it. So because you have not seen it, you have not observed it, then it didn't happen. According to science, if you can't see it or replicate it, it didn't happen, and you can't replicate some shit changing from some other shit. You can't do it.
Right. First off, you gotta find out where this shit came from. How to get there first. You can start by doing that. You
And,
go.
and 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 this is why they come. They always ask the dumbest question. This is a Dr. Mott question and an Uncle K. They always ask you the dumbest shit. What are the two parts of a cell? Yeah, the eukaryotic. Everybody knows this shit. This is not no fucking. That's not no fucking deep ass question. Because then you ask them niggas, okay, well, how does the information get in the cell? They can't answer that
They
question.
can't answer that
Why?
question.
Because if you find out, if you can't answer how the information gets in the cell, if because
That's
guess
why
what?
it's a theory.
Information requires a programmer, nigga. That's
Right.
what.
That's why
You
it's
know
a
what I'm
theory.
saying? No,
That's why.
listen to what I said. Ty, you you deal with computers.
Right.
It's simple.
It's simple
A
as hell. Thank you.
information requires a programmer.
Yep.
Yeah. So if information requires a programmer, somebody has to put this information in you. So that would be the creator had to put the information in
Right.
the motherfucking cell.
Right. Or something.
Stupid.
Something.
Who put the
Something.
information in the cell?
Right.
It's simple.
And that's why it's,
Something put it in there.
and that's why it's called a theory.
So
Because
that's why the motherfuckers don't ask exactly because it's a theory because you don't even have all.
the yeah, I went on a channel one day. He asked me about how the universe and all that shit. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm like, but don't sit here and say you do. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all be a fool sit there and try to tell people how the universe got started and shit. Like I don't know. We don't
Nick,
know.
bro, the Big Bang is not even
It's a
fully
theory.
accepted by all science.
It's a
Yeah, it's
theory.
nobody.
It's
You
a
know what I'm
theory.
saying?
Yep.
And the Big Bang, even of itself, still don't disprove a creator.
Right. Right. And yeah. But those of you who just coming in, you know what I'm saying? We started by talking about, some of the I guess well, basically about random mutation and natural selection. You know what I'm saying? It's insinuating that there is no God, that there's no spirituality, that random mutation and natural selection governs the universe, and that's why we're here. You know what I'm saying? And the people that push it in the community, a lot of these dudes go by names like Amin Ra, and that's a god. So they're atheists with God names. You see what I'm saying? Um, and they go around pushing and trying to beat up people's religion, and they don't talk about theirs. Their religion and their spirituality and stuff is spooky as hell and gay as hell, and they don't talk about it. So they keep theirs in the dark, and it's put yours on Front Street. And you know, and by the way, I don't believe in a God. It's weird. It's very weird, and I'm still trying to understand because it's the people who got to put their foot to the fire. It ain't no YouTube personality because now me and D Red, we YouTube personalities in some way. So now we look like haters now, even though we got one of the most valid points that was ever in the community because we YouTube personalities. It's like, oh man, D Red a hater, man. I body bagged him last year in sixth grade or some shit or some shit, and Ty they don't know he made that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But the information is like it's real information. It doesn't make any sense. Like for real, for real. You see what I'm saying? One, like I said, the one dude is the God killer, but he's go. But then he got the Amin Ra people, the Amin Ra squad. I just Wikipedia that Amin Ra is two gods. That's actually saying you kill yourself. And if it's two gods, you kill yourself twice. It's so contradiction. And D Red been in here for a long time. And one of the things he mentioned is that like a lot of the other sectors, like a lot of other groups, like the Moors, the Hebrews, and Albers and whatever you want to call it, you know, they had no problem with debating and talking to so-called white people. And he says for some reason, a lot of these Egyptian guys, for some reason they will not go head to head with white people. Um, but you were saying something about sacrificing to a god named the Best. Um, what's that about?
I
Do you?
mean, years ago, it came out that Unc was talking about how he sacrificed. He has an altar and he sacrificed to Best. And he did a sacrifice to Best. You see what I'm saying? So it's like these people tell you not to have no altar. They tell you not to pray to God, but these niggas is making sacrifices to their deity.
On the
So
low,
this,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like you gotta. That's why I say this conscious community is a bunch of psychobabble, as Chief X would say.
Contradiction community.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like niggas just be talking like it's popular to sell you consciousness now. Like these
It's the
niggas is just
rap.
mad at these niggas is what it come down to. These niggas is just mad at the black church. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because when it all comes down to, the black church got the money. So these niggas want to have the black church's money. You see what I'm saying? They want the
Hmm.
black church's parishioners. They don't really give a fuck about the people. They just give a fuck about having the parishioners to make the money off the people. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
They want the power to shift to
Yeah,
the church to
from
them.
the church to them. I mean, that's all it boils down to. It ain't that
That's
they really
deep.
give a fuck about the people. They don't give a fuck. That's why if you ask them, not somebody else, what programs do you niggas got? And them niggas don't got no programs. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
so they don't really give a fuck about the people for real. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My wife asked one dude, "What do you?" So I mean, why don't you just get back some backpacks or something? This was on a Mighty Wisdom show. Shout out to Almighty, and he was like, I ain't trying to do that." Okay, well, shit, you ain't really trying to do nothing for your community. For you ain't even trying to give away no backpacks, nothing. So they don't really give a fuck about the community. They just want niggas to be walking around this bitch crazy and wild. Like them niggas is wild. I mean, think about this. Them niggas don't even take a stand against a nigga like Polite. Let's keep it real. You talking about you want to get rid of the Bible that specifically tells you if a nigga stealing what to do to this nigga. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And if he can't take care of one wife, he don't even deserve to have no wife and all that type of shit, right? But you let a nigga like Polite steal from niggas, and this nigga is living out of hotels. This nigga ain't even got a place to stay really. That's renting cars, teaching niggas how to buy property, and he ain't got no property.
Oh
Think about
shit.
this shit, and they allow that in their community. They allow Polite to run off with a 16-year-old or 15-year-old Granada's niece that was like 15, 16 years old, and didn't say nothing. But
Damn.
that's the type of rules that, like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Damn.
And ain't cast them out. This the problem. I don't have a in every community you gonna have debauchery. You gonna have motherfuckers that's just some hoe ass niggas that do hoe ass nigga
Weirdos.
shit.
Yeah.
That's in every community. But when the nigga do it, they ain't speaking out against them, and they still embrace him, and they still cool with the nigga, and had a nigga on their show, and laugh and giggle with the nigga, and be trying to set up debates with the nigga, and they still fucking with the nigga,
But let
knowing
you
all
do
this
something
shit.
like
This nigga,
that. But like, what happened if you did something like that?
man, them niggas will be, oh, he supports to this, and he supports to that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
But nigga, you look who you supporting. You still fucking with this nigga. You ain't said, man, hey man, we can't fuck with you, dog. You know, so you running off with 16-year-olds, nigga. We can't fuck with you.
Damn.
It's like so them niggas, but then they say act like they don't need. We don't need no book to tell us no moral code, nigga. Obviously you do,
Man.
because if you fuck with that nigga and he's stealing from the people, he just stole $100,000 from the nigga that cryptocurrency this year.
Bullshit. You bullshitting, man. You for real.
No, he just stole some $100,000 from a nigga this year. and they still fuck with this nigga. So obviously you need some kind of moral
Damn.
code. Cause if you didn't, you would know not to even be fucking with this nigga. You be like, nigga, you do what you want to do, but I can't fuck with you, dog. I can't. You on some bullshit.
Damn, that's man, that's hardcore.
No, no,
That's
that's just
hardcore.
what it is.
But my main issue, one of my main issues is that we put their foot to the fire, and everybody, ain't nobody above critique, including me and everybody else. Nobody claim to be perfect. But what it is about our people though, that just, I mean, some stuff you don't really get it at first. You know what I'm saying? Because I never really, what I'm saying, because I don't really know too much about the Egyptian stuff. And it was, I liked it, the culture, and the little names and stuff, and it's all remind me of the rap game, and stuff like that on a different level. But then, when people start showing up in the chat and shit and hollering and screaming, and 99 Dane Calloway videos, and all he do is make little 16, 20 minute you know uh videos, and these people is going nuts, and I'm like, something ain't right, you know. And then, I'm like, what's going on? But then I start realizing, you know, you start seeing Egypt over and over again. And then it's like, okay, what the fuck is this Egyptian shit? Why do it have people so, what I'm saying? Why's it got people, and you look into it, and it's the same, it's another religion. But you would think these dudes wouldn't be part of a religion, because they're speaking Darwinism. They're speaking natural selection, random mutation. But my main thing is that what it is about our people that we can't see, like, obvious bullshit, like right there in front of you. Like there's a snake like sitting right there in your face.
Because because the Bible tell you, because we have itching ears and we will heap up preachers for ourselves, and that's what happens. We have itching ears, so anybody that tell us what shit we want to hear, we don't know how to critically think. So this is why white folks, and this is some niggas get mad at me when I say it, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But niggas get, but white folks will say we act like we like children, and we don't. We got the mind of a child and all that shit. Like it was talking about us during the eugenics days in the 1920s and 1950s. They were saying that we're feeble minded because we act like feeble minded motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be funny, but fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it. I don't give a fuck if nigga don't like it. How Aboriginals fawn over Dane Calloway. That nigga don't be knowing what he talking about half the time. You see what I'm saying? So it ain't no different. You see what I'm saying? I can use Israelites in the community that niggas fawn over in the Israelite community. That nigga don't be know, they don't be know what the fuck they be talking about.
Yeah,
That's in every
yeah,
community.
yeah,
Polite
yeah, yeah.
motherfuckers
Yeah,
fawn over polite, and
yeah,
polite don't know what the fuck he be talking about.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's in
Hmm.
every community. You got motherfuckers that people fawn be just goo goo gaga like this nigga is the fucking whatever, and the nigga don't even know what the fuck they be talking about. You see what I'm saying? It's because
Hmm.
we have itching ears. You see what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
so we just want a motherfucker that's gonna tickle our ears and tell us what the fuck we want to hear, and and sell some shit that sound good. But the nigga ain't got no source. Polite don't be having no sources to back that shit up. That's why the nigga. That's why the nigga at the criminal trial came out with a casket talking about he went to kill me. Cause that nigga ain't got no sources for that shit. Them niggas ain't got no sources. So how the fuck you gonna debate some shit and debunk some shit and you ain't even got no sources to back that shit up you saying? You see what I'm saying? So that's why these niggas don't be one. That's why these niggas. This shit is common sense, bro.
Yeah, a
If
lot
you
of shit
sit
is
back,
common.
if you
Yeah,
sit back, this is why you ask niggas for sources because you can find it for just the simple thing. Can you give me a source for that? That one simple question again does what? Even if the source is a fucking magazine article, nigga, it don't matter. At least you can say you got it from somewhere. But 90% of these niggas don't got no sources for this shit. They be making this shit up. So that's why niggas like I ain't trying to be funny, but your boy got mad at me when I asked him for can I get a source? I don't I want to fight him. I want to kill him. Like nigga, I just asked you for a source, nigga. Cause you ain't got one. That's why you got mad, nigga. You ain't got no fucking source for that shit. That you made that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's cool if you just say, nigga, my theory is, boom. You see how
Right,
you clean
right.
that? How
But
you
what?
just say my theory. Don't present the shit as a fact. Just say my theory.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Cause
how
I,
I
cause I,
talk
cause,
too. That's how I
because
talk.
because that's what I do when I'm working on my own theory. Like right now, I've been working on a theory about how Christianity got into West Africa before the Portuguese, right? And I've been studying Islam. So, but my study of Islam showed me I understood the Christians. A book called "When Christians First Met Muslims." The Syriac sources of the first encounters with Christians' first encounters with Muslims. This is based on old the Syriac Christian church where Islam started. You see what I'm saying? And it
Yeah,
talks about how Christians were in Islamic the Islam part of the Islamic court. The Christians fought Islamic armies. They were the physicians and physicians for like like they've been a part of Islam, not a part as far as the religious aspect, but the geopolitical aspect. Christians and Jews were a part of the growth of Islam. They helped Islam grow. So you may have a third of the whole Islamic State is Christian and Jews. So when they went to war, they spread Islam, Christianity, and I'm not talking about Catholic Church Christianity. I'm talking about Eastern Christianity, like the Ethiopian Church, shit like that.
hmm,
That Christianity spread with Islam. So Islam, this is my theory that I'm working on, and I got sources to back it. Like I just gave you a source. You see what I'm saying? I got
right,
sources to back my theory. I'm not just coming up with some shit out of my ass. So my point is, it's okay to have your own theory about shit. You see what I'm saying? But
right,
tell the people that it's a theory.
right,
You see what
right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't fucking present the shit as a fact when it's some shit that you got, you know what I'm saying, that you working out of your own damn head.
Hmm.
That's my issue that I be having with the
Yeah.
Danes and the Polites and the all these people. They coming up with theories, and it's okay to come up with a theory. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like I just told you, I'm working
I
on
do.
one.
I do all the time.
Exactly.
But
Ain't
I'll
nothing
let you know.
wrong
But
with it.
I'll let you know. This is my view. This is
Yeah.
not for you and your kids and shit to be
Yeah.
reciting and shit.
Yeah, and quoting the shit and
Right.
quoting me on the shit, like
Right.
you
Right.
know what I'm saying. Now, certain aspects of it you can quote me because, like I tell you, I got sources. But I'm still working. I tell you, I'm still working on it because I'm still reading and researching. I ain't got all of the fucking answers and the shit in my theory worked out yet. I'm still working on it.
Right.
But some of the shit I can give to you, and I got the sources to back it up.
Right. Oh, you know what? There's somebody got a who's that? VIX 99 got a dope equation too. Something that we probably ain't. It probably got a lot to do with it too. Uh, I believe that's a she he. I'm not sure, but they said, do you think the whole Egypt thing have more to do with pride to see these ancient uh the ancient first were people of color did amazing things. You know what I'm saying? They did amazing things, um and there were more than to people than slaves. You see what I'm saying? And so basically what they saying is that uh people was happy to see some people of color do some stuff. And so you parade that around a bunch of slaves and shit, slaves gonna gravitate to it. That's kind of that's that's kind of the equation he putting out there. Yeah, I think that guy probably got something to do with it too. You
Yeah, I
know?
think so. I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I think at the same time, see, this is where a lot of these niggas, not what the brother said, but some of these people's theories fall short. You'll say a person will a person will say we're West African, right?
Hmm.
All right, so we're just going with their argument.
Big as hell.
You
First,
West
first, let's
African.
start off. West
You
African is big as hell, you guys.
yeah,
So
it
let's,
is.
yeah,
It is. But we'll just say you West African, right? They'll tell you now. Listen to this. Israel ain't got nothing to do with you, right? That's
right,
way over there. But Egypt is right next to fucking Israel.
right,
So it's okay for you to embrace Egypt, but you can't embrace Israel, and they right next to each other. Like you can walk from one place to another.
Damn.
You see how
Yeah.
stupid that is?
Yep.
It's stupid. So it's like,
Yep. I'm a female. Uh, Vixen is the female. Okay, we got you, sis. But that was a good equation. I appreciate it.
yeah, that was a good equation.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta determine that, and yeah, cause now, so they interjecting that in it, so now we feel good, you know, being Egyptian, cause now we rubbing it. It's like we rubbing in the so-called oppressor. It's like we rubbing it in their face. Hey, we did good. We not, we not the slaves you thought we was, you know. So I'm gonna get the name, you know, you know, Hottentoot. And then when people hear me, what I'm saying, when I'm in the grocery store or something, people hear that, they like, oh, they know I'm woke now. They know I, what I'm saying, I know the secret and shit, or some shit like that. Some yeah, but it's very contradicting, and I mean, it needs to be called out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it ain't gotta be nothing harsh about it, cause whatever they believe in, like I say, I don't got no problem with it. I don't know, but don't go around acting like you kill gods when you in the background praying and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a contradiction, and that's misleading. You see what I'm saying? It's obviously our people got some issues. Everybody know that we have issues, and you know, like I don't know what to call it. I don't want to sit here and say like they praying on them, but do you even think they know that they contradiction, bro? Do you?
Well, I personally think niggas don't really believe that shit. Like these niggas is really merchants. Like there's no real conscious community. These niggas is trying to sell you. Everybody's trying to sell you some shit. Niggas trying to sell you shoes, t-shirts. Know what I'm saying? Some niggas trying to sell you packages and shit. Fucking to get your rights and whatever that shit called.
Get you in a
The,
tribe and shit and all
yeah,
types of weirdo shit. Yep, a
yeah,
lot of that weirdo shit.
everybody's just trying to sell you some shit. Like that's what I keep trying to tell people. Like this nigga. If you watch the movie Malcolm X, he tells you, "I'm telling you, God's words, not no hustle." You know what I'm saying? This shit is a hustle for these niggas. Like this is why I keep trying to tell people, stop falling in love with these niggas' personalities, man. Stop dick riding these niggas, man. I don't give a fuck who it is. If you an Aboriginal, stop dick riding. If you're an Israelite, stop dick riding. If you do believe in that Kim and shit, stop dick riding. Study for yourself. You see what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
My grandmama was a PhD. My grandmama had a, you know what I'm saying, was one of the first, was a black professor at Memphis State. She said, don't trust nobody's research but your own. That means
Yep,
don't trust D-Reds, don't
yep.
trust Dane Callaways, don't trust no motherfucker on YouTube, because 9 times out of 10, a lot of these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're talking about anyway. I've been around these niggas.
Yep.
I've talked to these niggas. They don't know shit. So if you niggas is getting your information from these niggas, 9 times out of 10, you don't know shit. Like
Yep.
the niggas that I'm talking about was trying to debate my nigga James and Jashub. Them niggas was in Dagger Squad. These was the niggas feeding Garfield information, and these niggas don't know shit. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. These niggas don't know nothing. These niggas try to have a quasi debate, and I was supposed to be the judge, right? And I'm listening to this nigga. He ain't bring not one source for it. Like, okay, if I tell you Abraham, if I tell you Quetzalcoatl didn't exist, right? And you say he did, I have got to bring proof that tell he didn't exist. My whole premise can't just be to critique the information you bring. That
Right.
can't be the fucking that can't do it, nigga. I gotta bring information. The nigga, I don't think the nigga did was say, well, how do you know that that's true? I mean, yes, I know you have a source, but I mean, how credible is the source? Like, nigga, that's not the debate, nigga. That's bring something. What are you bringing to the table? Like, that's your whole argument. So my
Right.
point is, these niggas don't like most of these niggas that you niggas look up to don't know shit. That's why these niggas is always in cliques and crews.
That
Cause
yeah.
these niggas don't know shit.
And you can tell by who ain't doing shit. You can always tell by who ain't doing shit.
And that's true. And that's true too. That's a good point.
Yup.
But think about what I'm saying, y'all. If y'all everybody that's listening, you ain't it's like me and Ty have been pretty much by ourselves for a long time. Like it just been Ty every night. He was fucking with Lex for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But he was pretty much by himself. I've been by myself the whole time. I don't need no click. I don't need no crew because my information stand on its own. And if it's some shit, if a nigga got some shit that debunk what I say, then I just got to go back to the drawing board on that point.
Yeah,
And I don't have no
accept
problem
it,
with that.
accept it, and move
Yeah.
on.
But these niggas, like, and I just gave you guys an example of a time when I had these niggas on Brother Sanchez show, read these from a scientific journal, what a scientific fact was, and them niggas still went back and said I was wrong.
So that's on purpose. So that's on
So what?
purpose.
That not only is it on purpose, Ty, it shows you that these niggas don't give a fuck about the truth.
Yup, yup. That's
They don't give a fuck
yeah,
about the truth. That's
yup.
why. That's why I keep. This is why I keep trying to say, stop listening to these niggas, man. Know what I'm saying? Don't even listen to me. Don't take none of our word for none of the shit we say.
Yeah,
And
that's that.
if a nigga can't give you three sources on every point he make, then he don't listen to him. They go for me. They go for Dane Calloway, Garfield, Amon Squad, Sonetta, any nigga
Yeah,
that you think is smart, Divine Prospect, Nasi Yashavel, fucking Tashar, Daniela, and I'm naming Israelites. This goes for anybody, bro. Any motherfucker on YouTube, if they don't give you three sources for that point, if you say, hey, where you get that information from, and the nigga can't tell you, I got it from this book, and that book. If he can't do that, then don't listen to him. If he only give your ass one book, don't listen to him. Period. It's just what it is. So
man.
we got to do better. And y'all, it's y'all fault. The people that listening is you niggas
Yep,
fault.
yep.
You
Y'all
know
got to
why?
hold motherfuckers accountable.
Because exactly because y'all don't hold nobody accountable. As long as that nigga's an abo, you niggas dick ride. As long as that nigga's an Israelite and he popular, you dick ride. As long as that nigga is practicing Kemet or anti-Bible and he popular, you dick ride. You know what I'm saying? That's what people do. Motherfuckers just ride dicks like roller coasters. You know what I'm saying? And so motherfuckers got to get off the goddamn roller coaster and stop listening to these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Get on your shit. Have the books that you want to read. You can get the shit on goddamn Google Books or fucking Kindle.
Amazon or some shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get the shit. Niggas ain't getting no fucking revolutionary ass books. And half the shit you can download the PDF on your phone. 90%, 80% of my books now are on my goddamn phone.
Damn. Damn.
So and so ain't no excuse. You can just type the shit in and put PDF at the end of it, and the shit'll pop up. Boop,
Yup.
download the shit, keep moving.
Yup. And if you can find a YouTube, you can put an MP3. Just listen to
Yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
we like it's no excuse now to not do
Yeah.
your own damn research and
But
stop
one thing I
reading these so. Go ahead.
but I was saying one thing I do notice about the Operation community is that like uh there's a lot of beefs. A lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of beefs. So, on camera and out there to the public, it might seem like everybody get along and everybody cool. But I can tell you personally that there's a lot of beefs. Everybody ain't cool with everybody. And everybody information get critiqued and everybody got something on everybody and you know what I'm saying? A lot of people might not show it, but yeah, it's out there, and it's probably amongst everywhere else too. But I personally know, cause uh, that yeah, people be coming up with all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Some people make up shit just to see what stick. Some people got valid points. And sometimes the people with valid points, they got shit that what I'm saying, they got messed up shit about them too. You know what I'm saying? It's like yeah, so I do see a little, I do see that a lot. But still, everybody usually say that, is that, don't believe, what I'm saying, don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? I heard Dane say that multiple times. I heard Chief say it a couple times as well. You know what I'm saying? D Red said it. Don't believe me. Go check it out. You see what I'm saying? Go check out
But
the
see,
research.
see, the thing is, see, this the game, and I'm not saying Chief play because I fuck with Chief, that's my nigga. But a lot of niggas, it's the Aboriginal that do it. And I already told you, polite do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rock squad. I don't even fuck with them niggas, but most of the time they will try to at least give you one source. You know what I'm saying? One source is better than no source. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with just one source. I just told you I prefer to give two or three, at least three. And I try to at least give a three, give three. But one source is better than nothing. It can stay. It's a good start to start you off somewhere. But a
Hmm.
lot of these niggas don't give you no source. See, that'd be the problem. They'll say some shit, and a nigga will ask for a source, and a nigga will pump fake that nigga, and that nigga will,
Move the goalposts on you and
yeah,
shit.
and then all of a sudden he talking about something else, and that's what niggas do when nigga be asking for these sources, and nigga don't really got no goddamn source. Then you'll start realizing niggas evade that question, act like they ain't hear it, all kind of shit. So,
Yeah, but long as
so
they out here, as long as they out here, they gon' they gonna get jammed up. You gonna get jammed up sooner or later. You know what I'm saying?
no, because what happens is these niggas stay on their own platform where this shit is friendly for them.
Oh, okay, okay,
You see what
okay.
I'm saying? You're not gonna see, we just have, me and Chief just happened to catch Unc and Garfield on Brother Sanchez show that day. You feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
for the most part, them niggas don't really come off their platforms
Control environment.
or friendly platforms
Yup.
to their perspective.
Yup.
So
Yup.
that's how that shit happens. So
Yup.
that's
That
why
is true.
you don't see a nigga go someplace where they're gonna get challenged because that shit get beat up easy.
Yup. Yup.
That was a simple beat. I beat them niggas
Yup.
up real
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Just boom, niggas don't even know what the scientific fact is. I'm gonna beat you up right quick, slap you around, pap, pap, pap. You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
going on about my business because it's not even hard to beat them niggas up. It ain't
Yup.
hard to beat most of these niggas up
Yeah.
because most of these niggas really don't really read the shit. You see what I'm saying?
They
That's
clown
why
you.
they got study teams to do it for
Yup.
them.
They
You
clown
got
you.
somebody else. They got somebody else feed them the information. They don't filter the information themselves. They just regurgitate what some other nigga done gave them.
And then now
So they
two
don't even
people
know the shit.
stupid. And now two people
Yeah,
got stupid. Yup. Yup. We can tell.
exactly.
We know. We can tell. We can hear them googling because when you ask them a question, they'll react to the question, and then they'll be like, "Huh?" And then they'll come up with something to say, and you know they're googling because they reacted to the question, and then they'll come back. They'll come back with some fucking Wikipedia shit. But some of them will try to mix it up, make it seem like it's off the dome. But nobody's stupid. We know you back there googling or shit like that. But
Now a nigga like Danny from True Story, I fuck with Danny because with Danny's whole purpose of using Google for the average nigga ain't got no money. Let's just keep it real. So what he tries to do is show people how to do research, basic research, simple research with no money. I've talked to him. He's told me what he tries to do. So Danny got money. You know what I'm saying? So Danny want to buy a bunch of fucking books, he can buy them. But that's not his point. He's trying to show people this shit ain't hard. You niggas just ain't doing it. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
And I think that's a good thing in regards to uh teaching people the basics about research.
right,
You see what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
Because a lot of us don't know how to go to Wikipedia, read a Wikipedia article, click
break
on
it
the books,
down.
click on the books that the sources that the Wikipedia should come from. Click on those books, then put the PDF at the end of the books, and then download those books and read those books. But most people don't understand that something just that simple can increase your library exponentially and your understanding of that particular subject greatly. You see what I'm saying? And he's
Hmm.
trying to show people how to do that. And that's valuable to teach people how. It's one thing to tell a motherfucker, do the research. But nigga, if a motherfucker don't know where to get started at the research to shit, because you ain't gave that nigga no goddamn book to read,
Right, you right.
how
Don't
the
know
fuck they
how.
gonna do it? And they don't
Right.
know how to research, how they gonna find the shit that you talking about?
And that's probably how a lot of people get away with stuff is because they tell people, yeah, go do the research, and they know ain't nobody gonna research that shit, and
But
and and
they know the
and,
average person don't know how to
and
research.
it makes you look
So
smart, like you know what you're talking about, because you
yeah,
said go
that's
research
my
it. So
that's my
it must
point,
be
Ty.
true. Ty Data said, nigga, I could go research that. He must be telling the truth then.
Truth, and that's my
Yeah,
point. And they
yeah,
don't never give you no reference point to start the research. They
yeah,
just say go do the research.
yeah.
Go research it. Go look it up.
Yeah,
I'm not a researcher, so I don't even know where to start. So how do I start researching this shit?
right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't
Yeah,
tell you. They don't. So what
yeah.
True Story does, and like we gotta get to the point where we see the value in. Like I don't subscribe to the theological system that True Story subscribe to. Me and him, we disagreed on a lot of the Aboriginal points that he was making. You see what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
at the same time, I still can see the value in what he does in trying to teach the average person who don't know shit about researching, the average person that comes on here who doesn't know where to even begin to do it, how to just do it from your computer, and how to start learning this shit on your own, and how
Right.
to check some of these people's information on your own with just simple things like I said, a Wikipedia article. Like he did a thing with showing, go to the Wikipedia article, read it. Okay, it's cool to read it. Once you're done reading it, you check the sources and you read the sources and make sure where the Wikipedia article is correct. Just little stuff like that. So now you just armed yourself with information because if the Wikipedia article is correct, you just read 3 books on this particular subject, which is more than the average motherfucker done did.
Right.
You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
little stuff like that helps. And our people need to understand how to research, if especially if you want to call yourself quote unquote conscious, you need to know how to research so you can fact check niggas. And a nigga can't tell you, a nigga can't piss down your back and tell you it's raining.
Right. Right. One,
Because
one more thing you mentioned too is that how people play it safe is that they, what I'm saying, and that's one thing I did want to talk about also is that how people play it safe is like they go on controlled environments when they're in a controlled environment, what I'm saying, that's where they stay, like you were saying, they stick around friendly environments and shit, jump from friendly to friendly to friendly because they know, they know they got backup, and they know they can, they can always slip and slide and shit like that, what I'm saying. And so yeah, yeah, that's getting kind of creepy too, you know um just kicking people out who ask the tough questions. You ask the tough question, you getting kicked out. You know what I'm saying? You ask me something that
yeah,
make me think.
now you know I know all about getting kicked out and banned. So
You ask me something that make me think, I'm kicking you out, D-Red. That shit don't work. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's how they. You see what I'm saying? That's how they play it. And then it's like we only can go on controlled environments where, where I got the upper hand, where it's in my favor and shit. That shit starting to get played out too. We start, like it's cool. You got your beat, but sometimes you gotta cross those lines, and sometimes you gotta go right into the, you know, right into the mouth, right where it's at, and let it go. You know,
yeah,
you feel me?
because what ends up happening is, man, it's not good for the people, and it's not good for the people that's listening to these personalities that they revere so much. And what happens is they go regurgitating that shit on other platforms and other other places, and they get their ass demolished with this information. I see it.
Yep.
Niggas will be
Yep.
listening to whoever. You know what I'm saying? It might be an aboriginal that they admire so much, and they go over there regurgitating this shit get smashed. An Israelite is listening to another Israelite that he admires so much and get his ass smashed.
Smash.
You see
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? A motherfucking comedic nigga listening to them Armor Squad niggas and get their ass smashed. You see what I'm saying? And so you can't listen to. That's why I keep trying to tell people, stop staying on these channels. Stop staying on the same fucking channels every goddamn day. You know
Spread
what I'm
out.
saying? I ain't trying to be funny, and it sounds fucked up to say this shit, but go listen to the other side and stop trying to fucking comment on the other side and act like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. You need to go holler at such and such. He'll debunk everything you say. Don't go over there for that. I asked this brother the other day. I said, "What do you niggas research history for?" And they didn't have an answer. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
so, and I told him, I said, because researching history just to debunk another motherfucker is not researching history. History is trying to actually
Understand, yup.
understand. I
Yup.
research history because I'm trying to understand history. I'm
Yup.
not trying to prove this and prove that
Yup.
and prove that I'm this and prove that I'm that. I'm trying to understand the human experience and
Yup.
in these different epochs of time and these time periods. That's it. I'm just trying to understand it.
Yup. And
What was
that's what
going on?
a lot of
What was what
people got it wrong at. That's what a lot of people got it wrong at, because they so busy trying to debunk that they not really, they ain't no time to even understand what's going on. You know.
exactly? Exactly. And so that's why I say, man, we gotta get back to the point where we're researching to understand West Africa. If you know what I'm saying, even if you're Aboriginal, research West Africa so you can understand West Africa, so you can
Mm-hmm.
understand the culture, what was going on over there, how it was. Because and I listen to Aboriginals talk. I'm like, They be like, it was nothing going on in West Africa. They didn't do it. I'm like, you motherfuckers ain't researched West Africa.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm
You
saying?
heard
Cause
that shit from somewhere. You
somewhere
heard that
else,
shit from
yeah.
somewhere.
You heard that shit from the nigga that you dick riding, and you believe that stupid shit. And you ain't even been to West Africa, and I've been, and it looked like fucking Lagos, Nigeria, looked like New York, nigga. What the fuck is you niggas talking about? You see what I'm saying? And so,
Mm-hmm.
and then you when you research Timbuktu, Timbuktu was the capital learning center of the fucking world. The fuck is you talking about? Motherfucker, where do you think Christopher Columbus got the maps to come to fucking America? He took his ass to Timbuktu, the library of Timbuktu to get them. So how the
Timbuktu.
fuck you go? How the
Was that
fuck
in
are you go?
Egypt?
No, that's in West Africa. That's in like the Nigeria area. You see what I'm saying,
Yeah.
nigga? How the fuck? So how would you say that Timbuktu it was nothing in West Africa but a desert and the you know what I mean? All this dumb shit. Like no, motherfucker, it was that was the learning center of the world
Right. It has to. It
at
has to
that
be.
time.
It has to be within a certain time frame that they're talking
Yes,
about. But one thing I do notice is that people have a problem with not knowing stuff. Does that actually makes you smart? If you some stuff you don't know, that means you got room left, bro. If you know everything, you ain't got no room left, and all this new technology come out, you ain't got no new room to know the shit. Like, what's the deal with that? Why is it? Why is it be beneath motherfuckers to not know? Like, I don't
because
know.
because
Like,
because what happens is we get to the point, like I said, we listen to other people. So you would think you know because you listen to so and so. So you think you know because you listen to Polite or you listen to Dr.
oh,
Mahat
okay,
or
yeah, I
whoever.
see what you're
You
saying.
think
I
you
see what you're
know
saying.
because I
Every
listen
day,
to that person.
right,
You see
right.
what I'm saying? We're
Uh,
not understanding, like I've been saying, that motherfucker don't know what the fuck they talking
right,
about.
right, right, right. I see what
Have
you're
you
saying.
fact checked this motherfucker? Have you asked this motherfucker for any sources to substantiate the claims that they make? Have you asked this motherfucker to prove anything? You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So how do you? So you just regurgitating some shit some other motherfucker said that you ain't even researched what the fuck they said.
Right, and that ain't even your lane.
Yeah,
You could have simply just said, "Man, bro, I don't, you know what I'm saying, that's not my area. You know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about that. I'm a, but what I do, what I did, what I heard, this is what I heard." And then I
yeah.
could tell you what I heard, and then you be like, "Okay, well maybe you're right, man. I don't know. I said I heard it, but this is what I do know, and you know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
I don't know why it's just
Be-
beneath us,
because
bro. We
because we got a
just
bunch of know-it-all niggas. Like niggas will present like we just said earlier, Ty. These niggas will present some shit instead of saying this is my theory, this is something I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how to do that. We just sit back and be like,
this is true.
yeah, this is true. And so you got young people, young brothers and young sisters that's just coming into any kind of knowledge of self, you know what I'm saying, on any level, and they regurgitate this shit, getting their ass demolished. All you gotta do is all you gotta do is go to these different Facebook groups, nigga. These niggas are getting their ass beat up with this
I'm
shit.
like, he said,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
And so like I like it's to the point I don't even answer certain questions because I can tell certain questions that you when you bring it, you new to this shit.
right, because that's old school
If you
question.
if you if you if you still saying the Bible is a white man's book, then I know you new to knowledge and information. If you still saying if you still saying shit like, excuse me, if you still saying shit like we came over here, everybody came over here as a slave, I know you just started researching. You so I don't. There's no point in me arguing with you because I already know where you at. You at a beginner level. So why am I gonna go argue with a motherfucker that don't know what he's talking about?
Right, it's gonna make you dumb.
Yeah, it's
Type
dumb. I'm
type
not
of shit.
gonna waste my
Yeah,
time doing it.
yeah. You
You see
gonna
what I'm
look?
saying? And
Yeah,
so y- y- we have got to be able to understand that it's a lot of babies. And when I mean babies, I don't mean that they're actually young babies. I mean that they're young. They're young when it comes to learning this information.
I am one
And
of
so
them.
and so and so we have got to start really being more responsible if we're gonna call ourselves teachers or people that people. That's why it's imperative to give sources because you want these young people to be able to say, "I know what I'm talking about because brother so and so gave me 10 sources to read about this particular subject. I read those 10 sources and I came out informed and empowered." You see what
Right,
I'm saying? But what's
right.
happening is these people want these leaders, these people that everybody dick riding in these different schools of thought. So it ain't just Niggas did dick ride, Armor Rock Squad or whoever, Garfield or somebody.
The whole
They got their
community.
dick. They got their dick. The whole so-called conscious community, whether you're Abo, whether you're a Hebrew, and everything else in between, got dick riders. Just what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And we got motherfuckers that people ride their dick. That's just what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And instead of us, we gotta stop doing it because that is what's killing the community. Because if we was holding niggas' feet to the fire, guess what would happen? We
Shit'll
would
be
have no.
being built around here.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's one of the angles I try to push. I try to, let the people know, like, man, don't be getting all cozy around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I got people call me. I ain't even do the show. A show get messed up. I be like, I ain't even do the show. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was asleep. Yeah. Some of them individuals they're calling cuss me right the fuck out. I be like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I don't know him. Okay, I didn't say that. You know what I'm saying? Be like, damn. Like people think I do everything. I'm like that ain't even. But yeah, there is some people out there that they would, but the majority they don't give a shit. Like nothing. You know.
Because they don't give a fuck about us, man. Like they don't give a fuck. Like and I say us, cause nigga, I'm a regular nigga.
Right.
I ain't no star, nigga. I ain't like ain't none of these niggas no stars. That's
Nah,
what
ain't no
that's the whole
stars around
problem.
here, bro. Ain't
Like
no stars.
nigga, like stop thinking. I'm on the Avo channel, so I'm gonna use him as an example. So it ain't no, I ain't got no plex with the brother. But shit, Dane ain't no superstar, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Stop dick riding, nigga. That nigga's not a superstar. Garfield, for all you Dagger Squad fan niggas that may be listening, because I know Garfield got his probably groupies that's listening in. Garfield ain't no damn superstar. Nut ain't no fucking superstar. Fucking, I don't know no Israelite nigga, but I can think of on top of my head. Tazariak ain't no superstar. I seen that nigga, me and that nigga hung out. He was just down here in Houston. We hung out this week. He ain't no super. He a regular ass nigga. These are regular ass fucking people.
Yup, with regular everyday problems. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Our
like,
our tires get fixed and shit, and we gotta fix them ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Shit, we gotta pay the bills. We gotta go grocery shopping. All the regular, yeah, we regular as hell. Like, yeah, yup. Shout out to
but
Lolly Star
yeah, but
Cherokee Outlet.
we have a tendency to make these niggas bigger than life on YouTube. Like nigga, don't nobody know these niggas. I be in a I'm in the hood, nigga. So I be like, man, you heard us. I do this for fun. Like when
For
everybody was
fun,
talking
yep.
about Tommy Soto, everybody was talking about Tommy Sotomayor a couple years ago, right? So at the youth football league had just started. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna ask them questions because it was like 60, 70 motherfuckers there at this league meeting. And I asked him, I said, how many of y'all ever heard of Tommy Sotomayor? Out of 70, 60, 70, 80 people, about six, seven, eight people raise their hand, five, six people. The average motherfucker don't know these niggas on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Motherfuckers doing because motherfuckers is into the YouTube shit. YouTube is own ecosystem. So motherfuckers that are subscribed to this YouTube ecosystem on that level, we know who these people are. But yeah, motherfucker that don't fuck with YouTube like that don't fucking know who these people is.
Man,
So stop acting like these people is somebody. And Tommy Sotomayor one of the biggest motherfuckers on YouTube.
I heard he was one of the dudes that started that kind of started a lot of the YouTube stuff.
He is. That's why I said he one of the biggest motherfuckers. Cause like people be like, well, how is he the biggest one of the biggest motherfuckers, and he only got 200,000 subscribers? I'm like, motherfucker, or 500 or whatever, however many he got. And I had to explain to him. I said, you know how many channels Tommy Sotomayor had shut down, and how long it take to build a channel back up once the shit gets shut down.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell you about that.
So,
Definitely.
so exactly, so nigga, he only got 100,000 subscribers when he first came out. When his first channel got shut down, nigga had like a million fucking subscribers, real subscribers. This was before you could buy subscribers. And another thing,
Damn.
these niggas is buying subscribers, people. These people are buying subscribers. They are buying motherfucking views. So that. Stop thinking this shit. Just stop, people. This shit is annoying. I'm annoyed, and I might sound annoyed because I'm part of the reason because I'm sleepy. But the other reason is because the
Grumpy
other
as shit.
reason is because I've been wanting to say this shit for the longest time. Most of these niggas is some buying their subscribers. Motherfuckers have already done the research on these niggas. Most of these niggas in the content community are buying as subscribers. It don't matter if you're an Israelite. Some of them Israelite niggas, Israelite channels is buying their subscribers. Some Aboriginal niggas is buying their subscribers. Motherfuckers, some Kemetic niggas is buying their subscribers. I even know a couple Moorish niggas is buying subscribers. These niggas is buying these niggas subscribers and these views, people. So stop thinking that I can dick ride this nigga and this nigga somehow this nigga views is gonna translate to me because it's not happening. You see what I'm saying? All you gotta do is use common sense, people. Just use common sense. How many motherfuckers on here got 5,000 subscribers and they be fucking up with motherfuckers that got 500,000 subscribers supposedly, but you don't ever see your subscriber count ain't shot up to 100,000 yet. If this nigga got 500,000 subscribers and this motherfucker's on your platform on a regular basis,
Basis,
going
right?
live, how the fuck do you not have at least 100,000 subscribers? Obviously, because that nigga don't got fucking real 500,000 subscribers. If this motherfucker get millions of views on videos and your motherfucking ass is struggling to get 10,000, obviously that nigga's buying fucking subscribers, people. This is common sense. Let's use common sense. These niggas is lying. If you want me to, see if I this why these niggas is glad I don't actually do videos because I would bring the people on this on my shit
but
who's actually done the research on Aboriginal niggas, Hebrew niggas, Kemetic niggas, and other. These niggas is lying to you people. They're lying. You know what I'm saying? Just so you guys can dick ride their viewership. So you can be like, I'm not gonna question him or her because this person has a million subscribers.
so they must be
They
right, huh?
so they must be telling the truth. That is a lie. These people are lying to you.
Yeah, that's colonized,
Ty,
right?
don't you have people that you bring on your channel that supposedly have videos with millions of views?
Yeah.
But have you
Only
but have you
person got millions of
you
views,
don't
I
gotta
think,
say
is
no names. They
oh
ain't gotta say no names. That's not the point. The point is, do you even have a video with them on it that has let's say 100,000 views? Do you have one?
no.
No. You know why? Because that person is buying them motherfucking views. See, it's simple. It's called deductive analysis. Ty know what that is. He's a
Uh
math
huh.
guy.
You already
You see
know.
what I'm
You
saying?
already know.
All you gotta do is be able to say, "Damn, if this motherfucker really got all the views and all the fucking subscribers that they say they have, hmm, how come I can't get mm, a tenth of them views? I'm not. You know why? Because that person don't really got them fucking views. You see what I'm saying? It's simple. It's
Yeah,
common fucking sense.
I don't know how many. I don't know how many bros the brother got, but I do know that one time he did hashtag us, and that same day we got 100 followers, subscribers.
A, 100. Listen to
Yeah,
what you fuck you just said.
yeah, 100.
100.
But that doesn't, you know what I'm saying. But this not to say that he's buying views or not. But I'm just saying like something happened. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't to say that.
Did you listen to what you just said
Yeah,
though, Ty?
you
A
know I know.
hundred.
You
A
know.
hundred.
You know I know. But I'm just saying like something happened. You know, like something went right. But this not to try to do the equation and say like I ain't trying to do the math. I'm just saying like
You're a math guy, Ty. See, this is why I gotta hold your feet to. You're the math guy.
I know, and that's why I'm keeping it real because it's
And
I'm not saying that this proves something. So I'm saying all I'm saying is something's going on there. You see what I'm saying?
I
It don't
understand. I
prove
understand.
right. It don't prove a million
What,
subscribers or anything. It does not prove that. It's just saying like nobody else ever done that to us. Like nobody else ever hashtagged us one time, and then you see what I'm saying. So like a little favor, whatever. If
no, I get what you're
but that
saying,
does not
Ty.
prove a million subscribers. No, that does not
No,
prove
yeah, that's my
that.
point. That's my only point.
Yeah,
That
that does not.
I'm not saying, and again, I'm not saying that these people don't have a lot of subscribers. They may, in all actuality, have 100,000 subscribers, but on their thing it says a million. So they really don't have a million. They may really only have 100,000. but they bought the other 900,000. So yeah, they can
Yeah,
get you a
yeah,
hundred subscribers because they got 100,000 actual subscribers.
yeah.
You understand? You
I
understand what I'm saying?
yeah, I know
So
people they bash subscribers because one of the top YouTubers in the world is T Series and they from India. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
They I think they murdered PewDiePie. PewDiePie used to be one of the was. And I was all into I was all into it when they was battling and stuff. And they was buying subscribers. The motherfuckers was paying for them subscribers. They was getting them too, for real too. But they was buying that shit.
yeah,
PewDiePie
that,
know
and,
he was
and,
buying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
and that's why I said a person may actually really have a lot of subscribers. I'm not saying that, but the millions and shit, niggas is lying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Especially in this conscious shit, because the average, because if every nigga in the conscious community had a lot of fucking subscribers, then the majority of the black community would be conscious. It's common fucking sense.
Oh shit.
The majority of black
Yeah.
people are not fucking walking around this bitch conscious. The majority of, ain't talking about they Aboriginal, Kemet, or Israelites. Nigga, they ain't talking about
Right.
none of the three.
Right. I know. I know everybody get that. You know what I'm saying? Lolly Star. I know you know that. I mean, everybody know that. That's a YouTube thing. Everybody know that. But we can't afford none. We don't. We ain't got that option. We don't got that option over here to buy no subscribers. So they just come. I'm not exactly sure. It's a little creepy to be honest with you, where these people coming from. But yeah, that doesn't mean we're doing something right. That doesn't mean we're doing something wrong. But it
Well,
just
I would say it. I would say it does mean that y'all are doing something
it,
right.
it just means we're
You
doing
know what I'm saying?
something. I would put it like
No,
that.
I would say, I watch y'all show. Even I don't always comment in the chat because a lot of time I'm doing something between work and then me and my wife got a property preservation business, so I'm always doing something. Then it's Little League football season, and I got a whole bunch of shit I got going on. Like I said, we got houses we flipping, and we got a lot of shit going on. But I listen to you niggas pretty regularly because even if it's just because Chief is funny, Chief be having me fucking rolling. So even if I'm watching it, just listening to Chief crazy ass talk,
He be
crazy
going
Chief
the fuck
shit.
off. He be going the fuck.
Yeah, and that's my nigga, and Chief my nigga. So that's my nigga for real. So I always try to tune in to support that nigga wherever he at. You know what I'm saying, or whatever he doing. So I try to support that nigga. But uh, yeah, shit, yeah, it really ain't nothing else to say. But y'all, I'm on y'all ass because I don't really even get on streams too much no more because I don't like arguing with niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Ty, so I knew it wasn't gonna be no argument. You see what I'm saying? So
Right, right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Because I don't have time to argue with niggas, man. I don't like we gotta do better than this shit. Like we gotta start calling these crackers out. Like I'm tired of niggas calling other niggas out. Cause calling a nigga out who don't really know what he's talking about is pointless. Like why would I debate? I mean, and there's no disrespect to Garfield because I like Garfield. You know what I'm saying? But why would I debate Garfield? Why would I debate Uncle Cat? These niggas gotta have whole teams to do research simple subjects, and they still don't have us get it right.
They
So
still
why
don't
would
get
I
that
debate?
shit right. Right,
So
motherfucker.
so
Still.
so so why would I do that? Why would I call out Dr. Ma'at and why would I call out Jabari? I mean, I called him out. I did just because I just didn't. I don't like him. I don't like his nothing about him. I just think I think it's weird to be 50 years old, married to a attractive woman, actually. You know what I'm saying? And have no kids. That's just weird to me. But I don't know if that's what I mean. In the gay community, 'cause my wife does gay outreach with motherfuckers with AIDS and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
so I know about the beard shit. A beard is like a nigga will marry a good looking woman but still be gay, and I don't really know. And it's anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? And so
yeah.
I don't like the throwing around. I went to Cornell shit. Like
The
nobody give a fuck,
mechanic
nigga.
shit. Yeah.
I don't like that shit because it's like that's elitist. I don't like that elitist shit because I'm from the hood, so I don't fucking give a fuck about that
That
shit.
means
Nigga,
I
don't
don't
give.
trust you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly. Yeah, it makes me not really trust you. And then I don't like the fact that nigga, you went to Cornell and you used a book like the Jesus Mysteries as a source. That was the worst fucking source in the history of fucking YouTube. Nigga, that's worse. That's the worst source I've ever heard a motherfucker use on YouTube. That's like using a comic book. If I came up here and said,
hold on, D
And
Ray, hold on. You gotta bring me up there, bro, cause y'all be going in, bro. What happened? What you mean? What happened?
okay, okay,
What nigga said like
we was in this
you got
Facebook
me
group, right? We
fucked.
was in this Facebook group. This was about 2 months ago, right?
Okay, okay.
So so I don't know how Jabbar came up. Somehow he came up in the group, and so he jumped in the chat, and we was all chat. This was a Facebook like inbox group, and so I just went in on the nigga because the nigga used the Jesus Mysteries as a source. I went in on the nigga, and I didn't cuss him out. I just beat his ass up scholastically. And so his only retort was, "Have you read the book?" I said, "Yes, I read the book." He said, "Well, what does the book say about Osiris or Asar?" I said, "In what context?" Ha ha ha, you haven't read the book. When you go read the book, get back with me. So I just posted motherfucking pages from the books and highlighted everything it said about Osiris and all the fucking pages of the goddamn book. So I said, this is why, dumbass nigga, I asked you what context, because they mentioned them here, in this context, here, in this context, here, in this context, here, in this context. Nigga, you ain't read the goddamn book, stupid ass nigga. Because if you think it only says something about Osiris in one vein or in one uh backdrop, then you stupid because you must have not have read the fucking book.
Poker. He was playing poker. He was trying to call your bluff.
Yeah, nigga, I
Yup.
got the book. Nigga,
Yup.
read the book. Stupid.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, I
why
see.
I can tell you what the books say. Now, have you read any of the fucking books I posted?
Yeah, Aboriginal
The
TV.
nigga dropped. The nigga dropped out the motherfucking the back chat group. Nigga ain't want no. I like nigga. I told him I'm not none of these other niggas, bro. I read your book. I read your book before I even know who you what the book was, because my wife had it. My wife read them fucking historical fiction books like the Da Vinci Code. My wife read that shit. Guardians of the Grail, the Hiram Key. My wife read all that shit.
He said the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah, I mean, if you read the Jesus Mysteries, niggas, you might well read the fucking Da Vinci Code, nigga.
The
You know
Jesus
what I'm saying?
Mystery. Hell
Yeah,
no.
it's called. Go read the book.
Oh, hold on. Is that one of those old ass movies from the 70s?
Nah, nah, nah. This book just came out. This book just came out. Now it might be based on some shit that came out in the '70s. It may be. I mean, ain't no telling with that stupid ass book. But it was a book talking about like correlating Christ with the Dionysus and Dionysius, or however you pronounce that shit, Osiris and somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It was like correlating it, trying to say, it was basically loosely based off the 12 crucified saviors. And he was in it basically talks about the Christ myth theory. You can Google it right now, Ty, while we're on the phone, and Google the Christ myth theory.
Man,
If you
I'm sorry.
Google it,
I can't put that in my browser, bro. I ain't gonna even lie. I said I
you
go put that.
just Google, do me this favor, just Google it right quick. You know what I'm saying? Just do me this favor, because now that I
Hold on.
hello,
We got Aboriginal TP1 in the building. What's up?
what's up, boy? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking this how to do this for a reason, because I want him to read Christ myth theory and Wikipedia. What it's gonna say? It's simple. This because this I took the Danny approach to beat him up because I didn't even have to do nothing major. You know what I'm saying? Just all you gotta do is say Christ myth theory.
Okay, I'm gonna do it on my phone.
Okay, do it on your phone.
Yeah, I do it on my phone.
This is show you how to debunk a comedic dumbass in 10 seconds. This is simple. This is why these niggas is not worth a debate. Well, I don't know why you niggas argue with these niggas. Why you even mention these niggas? These niggas is dumb. You see what I'm saying? All you gotta do is you can debunk these niggas in 2 seconds.
Well, one thing about us over here is we not used to the attention. We used to people ignoring us and shit. So now we people get our names and the titles and shit. We like wow. We it kind of amp us up and it kind of put some energy through the community.
But don't do that.
But
Just keep teaching.
yeah, yeah, that's what I try to tell
Just
people.
keep teaching these niggas. Just
Yeah.
keep teaching. Cause don't worry about them niggas. Cause them niggas is dumb. And they're never gonna beat you on a neutral platform and have an actual fucking discussion. They're gonna always want to go on some friendly ass, side nut ass platform where they got the upper hand, and he
Yeah.
gonna fucking make it seem like everything they say and drop bombs on every fucking thing them niggas say. They're gonna like, I fought yesterday. Boom. Bam. Ah, yeah.
and
Ah.
then when you leave, and then when you leave, yeah.
Yeah,
it,
it's gonna be that motherfucker didn't know what he was talking about anyway, and such and such such from the HOK, he kicked his ass, and it's like, nigga, get out of here. That nigga ain't say shit.
it,
You see what I'm
and
saying?
even if he did say something, it's some stupid ass shit that don't mean nothing.
Exactly. So it's like, well, don't argue with them niggas. Them niggas are dumb. Tell me when you got it, crack. All you gotta do is it's simple. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to look this shit up myself.
Hold on,
Because
what is it?
it's called the Christ myth theory. This is
Christ
another
myth
theory
theory.
now. Hmm.
Okay, I got it on my phone. Hopefully it'll talk. Okay. Is it the Christ myth theory? Is the view that the story of Jesus is a piece of
Yeah.
mythology? Uh,
Yes. It's a Wikipedia. Yeah. It's a Wikipedia art.
yep, yep, I got it up.
Now, can you read what it says? You ain't even got to go all the way into it because it's gonna get to a part where it's gonna say few emeritus professor emeritus in the field subscribe to this theory. They gonna call it a fringe theory, and then I want you to click on the fringe theory aspect. But go ahead.
Okay, it says the Christ myth theory, also known as the Jesus myth theory, Jesus um, mytho- uh, mythology, or the Jesus his historic historicity theory. Um, in the view that Jesus is a piece of mythology, or there are no sustained claims, no sustainable sustained claims to the historic facts. Alternative in terms give the Barth Archman, perhaps uh, Earl Doherty, the historic Jesus did not exist. So basically, they saying that it's like a myth or something that Jesus didn't
Hmm.
exist, or if it did, it had virtual nothing to do with founding of Christianity. So basically, now they're saying if he did, it had nothing to do with it.
Hmm.
Um, and then it goes.
You, you,
Hold on, I'm gonna have to go there.
yeah, you can kind of skip it. But the next, I think the next paragraph is gonna say
There's a picture of it.
few. Yeah, then if you go down to the next,
There,
past the pictures, it's gonna say few PhDs, well, professor
it says
emeritus.
that, there are three standard. There are three standard uh, mysticism, including the view that there may be one of the historical Jesus who lived in a dimmer remembered past and was fused with the mythology Christ of Paul. Like, okay, that's kind of weird. A Christ of Paul. A second standard. Let me see. Let me see. A second standard is that there was never a historical Jesus, only a mythology character that um, historicize the gospel. The third view is no conclusion can be made about about a historical Jesus, and if there was one, nothing to do about him. Most Christian Mississippi followed the third fold argument. They questioned the reliability of that Pauline uh, as Estelle. Let me see. Hold on. uh, Estella and the gossip that established the history of Jesus. They note the lack of information that Jesus, a non-Christ source from the first to the early second country, and they argue that the early Jesus strategy of um, mythology origins has reflected the both Pauline Estelle. I don't.
Epistles,
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, epistles and the Gospels of the Jesus have been um,
the
conserved.
celestial, the
Uh,
celestial being.
yeah, yeah. Who has? Let me see. Who has criticized the gospel? Therefore, Christianity has not found on the shared memories of a man. Therefore, rather shared myth with the Jesus myth
Uh,
theory is an
uh, This the part. This the
theory
part. I'll
supporting
read this
a
part.
few.
I'll read this. I'll read this time because I want to say this
Hold
for
on
the
one
people
second.
who.
Well, yeah, let me see. Let me go ahead and get through it real quick. If it specializes in the biblical criticisms of concerning the disciples and criticize out the. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll
It
be.
says it
I'll take
says
your notes.
this verse said this paragraph says the Christ myth theory is a fringe theory supported by few tenured or emeritus specialists in biblical criticisms or cognate disciplines.
Hey, hold on.
It is
What's the emeritus? What's that?
that's like a high ranking professor.
Oh, okay,
You
okay.
know what I'm saying? A high ranking PhD. You know, it's not by you. This is Jabari who talks about scholarship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And him graduated from Cornell. Now this says this is a fringe theory. Now let's click on fringe theory. This is what I was explaining to you earlier about Danny showing people how to do basic research. Let's click on what a fringe theory is before we even finish the paragraph. Okay, click on fringe theory.
A fringe
A
theory,
fringe theory.
idea, or view. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it says a fringe theory is an idea or
View.
viewpoint which differs from the accepted scholarship in its field. It differs from the accepted scholarship. So the whole concept that Christ is a myth is differs
Right.
from what the people in the field subscribe to. It
Right.
says fringe theories include the models and proposals of fringe sciences, as well as similar ideas in other areas of scholarship, such as the humanities. The term fringe theory is commonly used in a narrow sense as a pejorative, roughly a synonymous with pseudo scholarship. So the whole Christ myth theory shit is pseudo. And
Specific
that is some
differences
shit
that
that every nigga in the conscious community
distinguishing
propagates.
distinguishing between Wiley and Hillview. Fringe theory is also pseudo scholarship or the difference in construction before the demographic problem issue of face balance and faith and value leasing and other fringe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit is pseudo, nigga. So this is
According
how
to the
you
scholars. According to the
according to the
scholarship.
scholars.
Yeah.
Now
According.
it just said that Christ myth theory is some pseudo shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is how you debunk a comedic nigga in 5 seconds. So the minute he presents that motherfucking Jesus Mysteries book, you automatically know it's some fringe theory pseudo shit because it's some Christ myth theory shit. So nigga, I don't even have to go any further because it shows that that's some shit that most biblical scholars and people who are experts in the field do not even subscribe to that stupid ass book. So why are you presenting a book that don't nobody subscribe to, but you claim that you scholarly, but no scholars subscribe to the shit? See, these niggas is dumb. So why are you spending your time debating dumbass niggas? All everybody starting to put on this platform can be debunked just that fucking quick. If you wanna debunk Garfield and he talk about the Bible, Google the Copenhagen School of Biblical Minimalism. You will find his whole fucking premise of what he subscribes to when it comes to the Bible. It's simple. These niggas is simple to the fucking debunk. You can debunk. I mean, any one of them, you can debunk them just that quick. Boop 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 boop. You can use Google to debunk these niggas. You don't even have to. You don't have to read a book. You don't even have to pick up a fucking book. These niggas are so stupid that their whole premise is so dumb that it's so easy to debunk. You don't even have to read a fucking book. All you got to do is attack the credibility of the source. I'm giving you guys information. Attack the credibility of the fucking source. So from this point on, everybody that's in the chat, anybody that tell you that the Christ shit is a myth, yeah, nigga. Now, if you depending on if you want to go with scholarship, see these niggas talk scholarship, right? They always talking scholarship and methodology, but nigga, you don't even have none because you presented a book that's not scholarly. See how simple that is? These niggas is dumb. It's dumb. So from now on, for people in the chat, if anybody tells you that Christ shit is a myth, scholastically, it's not. Simple. Nobody subscribes to that because there's too many writings outside of the Bible that attest to this person during or around the time that he existed. It's too many motherfucking people who wrote about the shit. So it's dumb. Nobody subscribes to that. It's like Alexander the Great. It's too many writings about Alexander the Great outside of the fucking Greeks to fucking say that he didn't exist just because you don't have his fucking body. It's stupid. Hello?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let you go in. You know, I don't know nothing you talking about, but you good. You
So
already.
it's like we've got to do better, man. It is
Yeah.
easy to debunk these cats. You don't have to use a fucking book. Danny has shown you this. And shout out to Danny for that. You don't have to debunk these niggas with a goddamn book. These niggas are so stupid. They use dumbass books
You dumbass books. How that work? You read how that work? He said.
because what happens is these niggas talk that method. That's why I keep trying to tell you. Methodology is not just about it's about vetting your sources. You have got to vet the source before you use the source. You can't
Right.
just what these
Right.
people do. They will take now. I do can't give Dr. Mahat credit when she debunked the pastor. She used PhD sources. You see what I'm saying? Now it was just one source, but hey, you know, it was a good source.
When
You know
was
what I'm saying?
this?
You know what I'm saying? This was I think the other night. She used the actual really good source. And I give her props for that. Now she didn't substantiate that
And
source. You gotta like when you give a source, right? In true methodology, you have got to substantiate your source. So what happens is I may use this as my primary source. And when I mean primary source, not necessarily it's a primary, meaning it's an actual microfiche or actual stone that's carving or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I may have that carving, right? So say if I got that carving, no, fuck that, because most people don't got that shit. Most niggas don't got access to that shit. So we'll just say I may have a book talking about a primary, right? But I still need to substantiate the book with that primary with a couple other sources to validate that particular point that I'm trying to emphasize. She just presented the book where it says taking care of the family. I'm just paraphrasing. Taking care of the family, taking care of widows, taking care of burial. That's the West African practice that West African societies had. Yeah, the problem with her premise was you can find those same principles in the goddamn Bible. But it says take care of the widow and the orphan and all, you see what I'm saying? So you can't pigeonhole that shit to West Africa, stupid. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying when I say these niggas is dumb. Everything she used to try to say, you see what I'm saying? It's like it's dumb. These niggas don't know how to think. These niggas dumb. This is why I say this why I would never debate them because they're dumb. You see what I'm saying? They're literally
Mhm.
dumb. And Saw that was dropping bombs on that dumb shit. Bitch, all you gotta do is read the Bible. The Bible tell you take care of the widow, take care of the orphan, take care of this, take care of the burial, take care. They tell you to do it. So that's not a West African thing solely. That's just fucking human nature. You can find principles of that in a lot of different societies.
And
That's not a
above,
West African
like
society.
in a
That's not
fortune cookie,
like,
nigga.
come on, like
No, I'm just playing. I have no idea
now,
what
now,
you're talking about.
now
But
she
go
used
ahead.
a good. She did. The sister did use a good source. I give her credit for that. She used an excellent source, but she needed to back that source up with more sources. She didn't have none. That's why she didn't do it. Because all he had to do was bring a book like Garveyism as a religious movement. They destroyed her whole premise about Garveyism, what it was, and what it wasn't. You see, it's like it's these people are just it's so simple, bro.
It's
It's not
sad,
even
bro.
fun.
It
It's
ain't
not
it? It's
even
sad and
fun. It's
embarrassing,
not even
bro.
yeah. It's not even fun.
Yeah, it is.
That's why. So I don't even. That's why I don't do it no more. I'm only talking about it because I'm telling Aboriginals how to deal with these people. You don't have to read no books, but you do need to know how to start and do a simple. And that's why I want to demonstrate
Peace.
how easy it was, as opposed to just telling them people how easy it was. That's why I wanted you to read it. You see what I'm saying? So you can say, I typed
Oh,
in
but see,
this.
but you ain't say it like that because I was reading it for myself. I didn't really read it out loud. Really, I was kind of
Well, I
mumbling
mean,
to
you
myself.
read it. You read enough of it out loud for the people to get the point. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, okay.
You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
That I want to show the people. That's just how you can just debunk people. Research, and if you go scroll down the Christ myth theory, people, if y'all looked it up with us, you can scroll down there. You can see the sources at the bottom. Click on those sources. Download those PDFs. Read those books.
We got
It's simple.
Wanagi in the building. Somebody
You
said
know,
Dr. Marwai didn't debunk the pastor because he didn't disprove that the ancestors established before Bethlehem science. The
I,
Christianity or the black nationalism or being okay. Yeah, y'all must have saw the debate. Yeah, I ain't see it. But ain't that is that a Kemetic god or something?
who?
Mayat?
Yeah, that's the God of wisdom and justice and all that shit. Not wisdom, but justice and shit like that.
And they atheists?
I don't know. I don't know much about Dr. Maya, so I can't speak on. I'm not gonna
Oh,
speak on the
okay.
sister and say she isn't. Isn't. I don't really too
Oh,
much
okay.
know.
But yeah, cause that's yeah. But she do speak that natural selection shit though.
I mean,
Do she?
yeah, she speaks it, but that don't necessarily inherently make her atheist. 'Cause, some people subscribe to evolution, but they believe in the creator. So,
Yeah, but that's kind of backwards because evolution is insinuating that ain't no creator because natural selection and random mutation made everything. You see what I'm saying? So there's no room for a creator there to be doing anything. There he has no belonging there.
well, not necessarily. And some of these people, I'm just telling you some of their thought processes because I, talked to them. Sometimes these people are what they're saying is God created. God, all God did was start the evolutionary process. You see what I'm saying? God started it. You see what I'm
So
saying?
right, but so then that's not natural selection. You see what I'm saying? That's not like that's a direction. That's natural
I agree.
direction.
I
Right.
mean, I agree, but they don't necessarily fully subscribe to full Darwinism. Is my point.
Oh, okay. So
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah,
incorporate
yeah,
bits
yeah,
and pieces
yeah,
of here, and
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean, that type shit.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But
So I don't know the sister's position, so I'm not gonna speak on that. I don't know. I don't know
we,
what, huh?
yeah, it wasn't really about her. It was more about just the whole community in
Yeah,
general.
oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm
Well,
saying?
a lot of them, in the name of supposed science, fucking yeah,
Right.
whatever. You see
Right.
what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, and that was part of the bill is that I was explaining that natural selection and random mutation is explaining that there's no need for a God. Natural
I agree.
mutation and random selections governs everything. So what God gonna do? You see what I'm saying? What's the purpose? And then they go around with these God names. You know what I'm saying?
And,
Oh, I'm the God killer, but then my name is Ra. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a
yeah,
God and shit.
but and then they don't even understand entropy, where shit degenerates over time, and not. Because then they say that we've gotten taller over time, but entropy says that we would degenerate over time. You see what I'm saying? Shit
Mm-hmm.
degenerates. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like they don't even understand that. They don't even understand half the shit that they
Yeah,
be
I
talking
know.
about.
I know.
So,
Yeah, I know. Don't nobody, ain't nobody. They just reading it. Like I had a couple of them told me, and I know the problem because I know what they're doing. They're reading it, and then they're not even investigating. They just want to see it on a piece of paper that some scientist or somebody's credible, and then it's true. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
And they don't know how to check the scientists and don't know how to check the actual people who's reading it. Well, just because I got a PhD, I can say anything. Just like the one guy came on the show and he and
hmm
he validated the Queen Quet lady. And so that means Chief Warhorse. So that
hmm
means everything that lady says is true now. Because they saying her stuff is true. So it's like, so I understand, but what I don't get is why the people out here, like in the crowd, why, like, why are we going for that shit? Like, and why, and, you know what I'm saying? I guess they
but
buddies ain't gonna stand out. You know
well,
what I'm saying?
I think the people go for it because every side got that. What I was saying earlier, every group or side has the cheerleaders. So what ends up happening is they side got their cheerleaders and they little groupies. You see
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
And so what ends up
And
happening is,
beefs.
you know what I'm saying? So what they do is just dick ride them. So whatever them niggas say is true, even though,
Nobody's gonna
like,
check that shit. Just,
yeah,
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 yeah. Just
you know
go
what I'm saying?
and
And
make us
then they don't
proud.
even check the shit because I'm gonna tell you, they always talk about their methodology shit, but they don't ever study the counter arguments. That's the reason why when Uncle Cat had that white dude, I think it was on Column L show, or I don't remember what show it was, that white dude ate his ass up. He said, that's why they scared of white vote. That white boy ate his ass up on evolution. You see what I'm saying? This was about 2 years ago. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the sister's position, so I'm not gonna speak on that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the sister's position, so I'm not gonna speak on that. So,
When?
this was about 2 years ago. You see what I'm saying? Maybe a
Yeah.
year and a half ago, this white dude ate his ass to the point Uncle had to get down to the whole Armor Rock squad to take on this one white dude.
She
He was eating his
bullshit.
ass up. Man, he was
What?
eating that nigga ass up.
Oh
I
man.
was
Oh
rolling.
man. That is man. That is super embarrassing, bro.
It wasn't. It was. I was embarrassed. And I'm a nigga. I'm like, hold
I
on,
be
nigga.
too. I'm embarrassed hearing about the shit. Shit. If you do on that level, shit. I be DJ. I'm in data or some shit that day to root for you, bro. But
Yeah, yeah. I
goddamn.
felt bad for the nigga because I was like, man, nigga, you getting your ass slaughtered. This is not a good look, nigga. This is not a good look. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But my point is, they don't understand methodology because you got to research both sides of an argument. This is
Yeah.
where the black
Yep.
community messes up. This
Yep.
is why this is why as a person that subscribes to the Bible, I fucking read biblical minimalism. I read more biblical minimalist books than I read
That's new. What's that?
biblical minimalism. Like you got three different camps. We got biblical maximalists that believe everything in the Bible is historical. You can prove all of it. I'm just paraphrasing. You
Right.
got biblical moderates that believe 50-50. It's like 50-50. Like,
They
just
pick and choose what they want to believe.
well, they're not
Kinda.
really it's not really pick and choose, but they just kind of 50-50 on the shit. Half of the shit in the Bible is history, the other half is fake. Then you got biblical minimalists. Biblical minimalists believe like only a quarter of the shit is actual history, and the rest of the shit is fake. So it's just, you know what I'm saying? But I would be more like a biblical moderate that leans towards a maximalist. But I read, I read more minimalist literature. I don't read a whole bunch of biblical maximalist shit. You see what I'm saying? I don't read
Right.
that shit. I read the argument that I don't agree with. I study that shit more than I study the position that I do agree with because I need to know other people's arguments. I want to know your argument before you bring it to me.
Yeah. It's a lot of that going. Yeah, they do that too, but they be in the back chat though. They do that in the back chat. Like they be in the back chat looking for sources. Like, give me your sources for this and give me your sources for that. And then
No,
yeah.
mhm. So
So they be trying and but sometimes we be getting them send off sources. People be getting them send off sources and shit. And
and but we but that's what you got to do though. Like when y'all was debating them fake Indians, the issue was it seemed like it just again I didn't wasn't in
what
the
fake
in the
Indians?
back chat. Them fake Indians y'all had on the show. The fake Indian when y'all was debating them niggas. I don't know if it was on your show or whose show it was on, but I don't know if it was on Darkman X show. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who show it was on, but
You
I just
talking about
remember
the white boy and the Pan African? It was
I don't know if it was a Pan African on there. I know y'all debating some Indian shit.
it was two of them, right? And me and Black
Yeah, it
Lotus.
was two of them. No,
We,
it wasn't you and Black
oh,
Lotus.
okay,
This was
okay.
not recent. This was an
Uh,
old one
oh
from
yeah,
like
yeah. I
six
probably
six months to a year ago.
yeah, I probably wasn't. Yeah, I don't know about that.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think you was on that one.
Oh, A1
Yeah,
channel.
A1. Yeah, on A1 channel.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that was a white boy.
The
Yeah,
pro- the problem was with that whole debate was it seemed like they knew your position, but you didn't know their position, and that was the issue. That's what made it look like them niggas was. It looked, I mean, I ain't even say it looked like. That's why the Aboriginals got their ass whooped that night because them niggas knew exactly what y'all was gonna say.
they
This
was
is why
yeah on the Aboriginal. But I can't say they got their ass for, but
they got
I
their ass
do
whooped.
know. I do know that they well studied on the black community, all the black community and blah, blah. That shit was creepy as hell to me because these is white people and they telling us about the black community like they've been sitting there watching.
But
That's
they
creepy.
have.
I
This
know
is
they
why.
have, but
This
they
is why this.
proved it.
But this is why I say it's important that you can't just sit on your soapbox and study the same shit over and over again.
Yeah,
You can't study everything that can try to confirm what you believe. You gotta know the other side's arguments. You gotta know their arguments better than they do, and they knew your arguments better than you do. And because they I ain't gonna say better, they knew your arguments just as good as your argument, just as good as you. But you didn't know nothing about their argument. So when they presented information, it was new to you. You can tell it was new because motherfucker was like, and then they would be like, because you say this, but this says this, and this they had their shit together because they studied both sides of the argument. They
They was
went in just thinking, I'm just gonna present this evidence, and this evidence is gonna be enough. They was them white boys were like, nope, it's not enough. You know what I'm saying?
yeah
Because we got this that refutes that.
Yeah, they was waiting on the day. You made their damn
Yeah,
day. These
yeah,
motherfuckers been
and
waiting for
and
two
it was a
years
slaughter.
to
It was
get
a
on the
slaughter.
channel.
But now but to A1 them credit, I give you nuts for stepping in the ring. See, this the thing. I'm the type of nigga. Look, I'd rather a nigga step in the ring, get his ass knocked out, than be too scared to step their ass in the ring.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I respect the nigga because the nigga wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know if anyone in the man was ready for that motherfucking white boy because he was ready.
You
That's the
tell me,
same. That's the
I
same
had them
white boy.
on.
That's the
That's
same white boy that when they said some shit like, "I've been in touch with chiefs and I know these people." That motherfucker said, "Who?" Because I know them all.
I had them
Who you
on.
talk to?
Me and Black
Man, that
Lotus.
motherfucker, that motherfucker dropped out the call. He ain't want to tell that lie because that boy was gonna bust him out. So it was like
You crazy
he
as
was
hell.
ready. He was motherfucking ready, bro.
Hey,
That motherfucker was ready, and I like he's that scholarship, bro. This is
dude,
why I keep trying to explain niggas. I be trying to tell niggas
D
we
Red,
gotta up our
D
scholarship, huh?
Red, D Red. I had him and the Pan African on a live stream. Me and Black Lotus.
Uh huh.
We had
I
they kicked me off the call, bro. Them motherfuckers is garbage, bro. I'm gonna tell you straight up, they're garbage. I'm gonna send
see,
you to
but
you.
see, you're not see. The thing is though, you don't come from a historical perspective. You come from a logical perspective. So what ends up happening is they're not going to be able to deal with your logic. You see what I'm saying? So, but if you're trying to deal with them off pure, if you and Lotus, y'all gonna become a deal with the nigga just asking questions that make sense that a motherfucker really can't dance around, right? But but but
He
but
said,
but but, but when you dealing with a nigga on pure info, like they don't have the type of mind that can deal with
book for book,
logic. You know what I'm
book for
saying?
book. When you dealing with book for book, they
Yeah,
gonna murder you.
they're gonna
Cause like
murder you.
they gonna murder you. I
You know what
get you.
I'm saying?
Yup, yup,
You see what I'm
yup,
saying? But
yup.
just on dealing with them niggas on pure logic and reason, them niggas can't fuck with you. So I already know you. They was frustrated because you was asking them niggas questions, and the nigga really didn't have no answer for the shit.
You could
You know what I'm
Google
saying?
it. You could Google
Yeah,
none of
you
that
can you
shit.
can't Google it. You
Yup,
gotta
yup,
just fucking know the shit.
yup,
So it's
yup.
like, yeah, I already know what you did. I've been fucking with you long enough. I already know what you did.
Yeah,
You know, so
yeah,
you frustrated the hell out the nigga. The nigga was like, fuck him, bye.
yeah. They
You see what I'm
kicked me
saying?
the fuck off.
You know what I'm saying? But trying to deal with them niggas book for book, the only way you can deal with them niggas is to know they argument better than
Yup,
them.
yup,
You see
yup,
what I'm saying? You
yup.
can't go in
That's
there
true.
thinking I'm just gonna present my evidence and my evidence alone is gonna be enough. That's
Nope.
not how you deal with it. This is why
Yup.
I say I don't niggas gotta step their scholarship game up and not just study one side of an argument. This is how I come bring it back to Jabari thing. That's why I was busting his ass in that chat. He never read none of my books, but I read your book. So you don't even know where I'm gonna come with this shit. You know, and I only gave him a, a eighth of my books. So nigga, I got way more than that to substantiate my claim. How many you got? One? Or you got a what George G.M. James book? I murder that book. You got 12 crucified saviors, I'll murder that book. You see what I'm saying? I already know where you're gonna go with your argument because I studied your premise. I've studied the Christ myth theory. See, I know it. See, this is what I'm trying to say. You gotta know these niggas' argument. I know where Garfield get a lot of his premise from with the Copenhagen School of Biblical Minimalism. I know these niggas' argument because I studied it.
Hold up,
You see
hold
what I'm
up,
saying?
hold up. I can't let this slip. The what?
The Copenhagen School of Biblical Minimalism.
And you saying he went to that school?
No, he didn't go to the school. He studied that school of thought. It's a school of thought. It's not an actual. Well, it was a, it is an actual school, but it's more of a school of thought. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's like a group of people, like
That
a
came from the school that kind of formed a think tank type situation.
yeah, yeah.
You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, yeah, yeah.
And they created their own brand of biblical minimalism. You see what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
And Garfield is a big proponent. He's not a he don't subscribe to it fully, but he's a big proponent of that school of thought. And I studied it.
Fuck with Chip, they gonna let us back on. Hell no, I got you gotta say that again. Hell no. Let me see if we back. Are we back? Let me see. Damn, that shit is annoying. Hell no. So he thought he had a rabbit hole, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he thought
dog.
he was he was kicking it with that shit, man. And shit, I started busting his ass out. He was like, hold on. So he brought me on the show probably earlier this year. He was like, D Red, what's wrong with the Copenhagen school? I was like, ain't nothing wrong with it. But you got to read the other side of the argument. You got to read other books by other authors that subscribe to the other theories. I said, you got biblical conservatism that's different from